Unlock your genius. I challenge you.
Welcome, I'm Anna and I will be your host to today's famous science experiments quiz. Everyone has heard of these famous experiments, but do you know the important scientific discoveries they led to? From Eratosthenes' measurements to Schrödinger's cat, each of these groundbreaking studies have changed the way we understand the world. This quiz consists of 20 multiple choice questions, each with one correct answer. Test your knowledge and discover how these experiments shaped modern science. At the end, depending on your score, you'll receive a fun quiz title. Are you ready to dive into the world of science? Good luck!
Question number 1.
What was the main result of Eratosthenes' famous experiment in ancient Greece? Discovery of Earth's magnetic field? The first recorded measurement of Earth's circumference? The development of the first map of the known world, or proof that the Earth was flat? Eratosthenes used the angles of sun rays at two different locations in Egypt, calculating the Earth's circumference based on the difference in shadows. This was the first recorded measurement of the Earth's size, and it was remarkably accurate for the time.
Question number 2.
Who famously dropped spheres of different weights from the Leaning Tower of Pisa to test gravity? Galileo Galilei, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, or Archimedes? Galileo dropped two spheres of different weights from the Leaning Tower of Pisa that hit the ground at the same time, demonstrating that gravity acts equally on all objects.
Question number 3.
William Harvey's groundbreaking discovery in 1628 was related to the discovery of germs causing disease, the invention of the microscope, the circulation of blood in the body, or the development of the theory of evolution. William Harvey conducted experiments on the circulatory system. By carefully dissecting animals and studying blood flow, he proved that blood circulates in a closed loop pumped by the heart, replacing the outdated idea of blood being consumed by organs.
Question number 4.
Who is credited with the discovering of the fundamental rules of genetic inheritance through his experiments with pea plants? Charles Darwin, Gregor Mendel, James Watson, or Carl Linnaeus? Gregor Mendel performed systematic breeding experiments with pea plants. He observed how traits like flower color and seed shape were inherited, leading to the discovery of the fundamental laws of inheritance, including dominant and recessive traits.
Question number 5.
Which scientist disproved spontaneous generation by showing that microbes come from other microbes? Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, Charles Darwin, Marie Curie, or Louis Pasteur? Louis Pasteur performed a series of experiments using special flasks with necks that allowed air in but prevented contaminants from entering. He showed that microbes did not spontaneously arise from non-living matter, but instead came from other microbes in the environment.
Question number 6.
What did Isaac Newton's Prism experiment reveal about the nature of light? Light is a wave. Light is made up of particles. Light contains multiple colors. Or light's color is influenced by the medium it traveled through. Newton used a prism to split white light into a spectrum of colors, revealing that light is made up of different colors.
Question number 7.
What concept did Ivan Pavlov's experiments with dogs lead to the development of? Classical conditioning, operant conditioning, psychoanalysis, or the theory of behaviorism? Pavlov's experiment with dogs involved pairing of a neutral stimulus, a bell, with food. Over time, the dogs began salivating at the sound of the bell, demonstrating the concept of classical conditioning, learning through association.
Question number 8.
What was discovered in the Stanford Prism experiment? People work better under strict supervision. Power can corrupt people quickly. Group dynamics make roles meaningless, or students love free roam and bored. In the Stanford Prison experiment, participants assigned to be guards quickly began to adopt abusive behaviors towards those assigned as prisoners. This showed how power dynamics and situational factors can lead to unexpected and harmful behavior. The experiment is highly unethical and had to be stopped early.
Question number 9.
What was the result of Michelson and Morley's 1887 experiment on ether? They discovered the existence of a new type of matter. They proved that light needed a medium to travel through. They found that the speed of light is constant regardless of motion, or they discovered the speed of light could vary depending on the observer. Michelson and Morley's experiment aimed to detect the hypothetical ether through which light was thought to travel. Their failure to detect any change in the speed of light due to Earth's motion led to the conclusion that light does not require a medium.
Question number 10.
What important discovery did Marie Curie make in 1898? The theory of radioactivity, the invention of the X-ray machine, the discovery of the electron, or the first artificial element. Marie Curie, along with her husband Pierre, discovered the radioactive elements radium and polonium. Her experiments showed that radiation was an inherent property of certain elements, which she coined as radioactivity. I went to a school named after Marie Curie, so she's always had a special place in my heart.
Question number 11.
Who created the famous duck-rabbit optical illusion? Ludwig Wittgenstein, Joseph Jastrow, Albert Einstein, or Sigmund Freud? Joseph Jastrow created the duck-rabbit illusion to demonstrate how the brain can interpret the same image in two different ways, showing how perception can shift depending on how we process visual information.
Question number 12.
What did Robert Payne's 1966 experiment with starfish reveal about ecosystems? That all species contribute equally to ecosystems' health, that starfish are the most endangered species, that some species have a disproportionate impact on ecosystems, or that ecosystems are stable without human intervention. Payne's experiments with starfish showed that these creatures are keystone species. Removing starfish from the ecosystem caused dramatic changes, proving that some species have a disproportionate impact on the environment.
Question number 13.
Which of the following experiments demonstrated the wave-like nature of light? Young's double-slit experiment, Faraday's magnetic field experiment, Hertz's electromagnetic wave experiment, or Maxwell's equations demonstration. In 1801, Thomas Young's double-slit experiment showed that light behaves as a wave by creating an interference pattern when light passes through two slits.
Question number 14.
Who demonstrated that light could bend around objects, proving general relativity? Arthur Eddington, Albert Einstein, Edwin Hubble, or Niels Bohr? Arthur Eddington's observation of the bending of starlight during a solar eclipse confirmed Einstein's theory of general relativity. Eddington's experiment showed that light could bend around massive objects like the sun, proving Einstein's predictions.
Question number 15.
What did the famous experiment with chimpanzees and typewriters aim to demonstrate? Monkeys prefer numbers over letters. Typing speeds depend on bananas as rewards. Primates are natural writers. Or monkeys could eventually type Shakespeare. This thought experiment suggests that if monkeys typed randomly for an infinite amount of time, they would eventually produce works like Shakespeare's plays. It's used to illustrate the idea of probability and random chance.
Question number 16.
What did Robert Millikan's 1909 oil drop experiment measure? The charge of a single proton, the mass of an electron, the charge of a single electron, or the speed of light? In his oil drop experiment, Robert Millikan measured the charge of a single electron by observing how tiny charged oil droplets moved in an electric field.
Question number 17.
Which scientist famously electrified a frog's leg, leading to the study of bioelectricity? Alessandro Volta, Michael Faraday, Hans Christian Ørsted, or Luigi Galvani? Luigi Galvani's experiment with a frog's leg sparked the study of bioelectricity. He discovered that applying an electrical current to the frog's leg caused it to twitch, leading to the research into the role of electricity in biological systems.
Question number 18.
What did Heisenberg's uncertainty principle teach us? Measurements in quantum physics are never precise. You can't precisely know position and momentum simultaneously. Uncertainty is fundamental to quantum behavior, or measuring one property of a particle affects another. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle states that it's impossible to precisely measure both the position and momentum of a quantum particle at the same time, which has profound implications for our understanding of quantum mechanics.
Question number 19.
What did Foucault's pendulum prove? The Earth rotates on its axis, gravity pulls to the center of the Earth's magnetic field influences motion, or the forces acting on a pendulum depend on its length. Foucault's pendulum demonstrated that the Earth rotates by showing that the direction of the pendulum's swing changes over time. This was visible proof of Earth's rotation on its axis.
Question number 20.
What concept does Schrödinger's cat thought experiment illustrate? Quantum superposition, wave-particle duality, the uncertainty principle, or entanglement? Schrödinger's cat thought experiment illustrated quantum superposition, where a cat in a box is considered simultaneously alive and dead until observed, reflecting the strange nature of quantum mechanics. Let's count the points and see how you did. If you had 0 to 5 correct answers, your title will be Galileo's Apprentice. You're just getting started, but you've got the curiosity to explore. If you had 6 to 10 correct answers, your title will be Newton's Helper. Like Newton, you're laying the foundation for greater discoveries. If you had 11 to 15 correct answers, your title will be Curie's Companion. Well done, you're getting close to mastering the scientific principles. If you had 16 to 19 correct answers, your title will be Einstein Scholar. Excellent understanding of the great experiments that shaped our world. If you have all 20 questions correct, Your title will be Darwin's Prodigy. Perfect score. You've shown an expert level grasp of these essential scientific experiments. Thank you so much for taking this quiz. I hope you had fun. Keep being curious. See you later.